Welcome aviators to this sightseeing tour of Lincoln. I originally wanted to do this tour yesterday. It was glorious sunshine, but I had some problems with my Lincoln scenery. I've now fixed that. So, for a little briefing on this tour, we're in Wickenby to the northeast of Lincoln. So this sightseeing flight will depart out and then head initially to RAF Scampton, which is just north of Lincoln. RAF Scampton, very historic. It was where the famous Dambuster raids took off from, and today it is the home of the world famous Red Arrows. Having flown over RAF Scampton, we will then head south into the city of Lincoln, flying over its cathedral, continuing on south, overflying Lincoln City football ground, and if I can find it, I believe Lincoln has a castle as well. So lots to see on this tour. It's a shame the weather isn't as nice as it was yesterday. Let me just get Google Maps open and just give myself a quick reference as to where exactly the castle is. We head up to Lincoln. So Lincoln, of course, in Lincolnshire, which is in sort of the, I wouldn't say it's the northeast. It's not the east, but it's not really the northeast. It's sort of the eastern bit in between, if that makes sense, if you're not familiar with the geography of the United Kingdom. So let's have a look. Well, there's a Premier. I found the Premier Inn. So it says, hold on, Lincoln City Football Club. Yeah, well, Cathedral. Now the castle, I think, lies by. Yeah, so literally the castle is behind the cathedral. So as we pass over the cathedral, depending on how we pass over it, Lincoln Castle. I'm going to actually have a look what Lincoln Castle looks like, because I don't think it looks like a castle in the traditional sense that you think. No, it does actually. There we go. So yeah, we'll see if we can take the castle in as well, but we'll literally pass over at the same time we do the cathedral. So right, let's get this flight underway, because that's what you all want to see, not me just jabbering on whilst the plane's parked on the ground. We're of course in the Stearman. We'll be departing out from runway 33. So, well, my switcher's not working. I'll tell you what, the plane will work, but for some reason there's like a little switch bug, which I haven't figured out yet. I think you've got to select a different plane and stuff, but I don't really want to repeat everything I've just said. So the plane will fly and work. Let's see. You just won't get the switches moving on this flight. It's because for some reason when you choose, there seems to be a bug where you choose this plane and you exit out of Microsoft Flight Simulator and you come back in with this plane, the switches don't move. They work, as you can see, because we're moving the plane, but they don't move for some bizarre reason. I need to report that as a bug actually. So obviously when I've selected a different plane, they do work. This plane has such a dreadful turning circle. It really does. I don't know if there's a rear wheel lock on this plane or not. I meant to check what the cloud base was as well, but we should be able to stay under it without too much hassle. Right, so let's just come right over to this side of the runway, because we know that this thing has the turning circle of a brick. There we go. Actually, this wasn't too bad. Right, let's depart out then. Here we go. Stick to neutral. Here we go, folks. Keep ourselves centered down the runway. Speed. We should be able to lift off the ground now, hopefully, because we're running out of runway. There we go. Right. Now, rather unhelpfully, my gauges aren't going to work either. Yes, it is. It's going to set that, that's why. Right, so I just need to zoom out on the map so I can find this Scampton, so it said Scampton. Right, so the initial problem I was having with the Lincoln scenery, which I got off Flight Sim TA, was it's pink. And basically what you've got to do, there's two, if you want to get it to work, there's two folders, you have two zip folders you have to download. And I misread the instructions and sort of copied one folder. I downloaded, extracted the first folder, downloaded the second folder straight into the path of the first one. You do that, you get the pink. If you just download them straight into your community folder, not into each other, then it works. So if you're wanting this scenery yourself, that's how you get it to work without having an absolute headache. Also downloaded the RAF Scampton scenery, so what we'll do is we'll do a low fly past down past RAF Scampton, hopefully see some bits and pieces. We're about 1,000 feet, don't want to go any higher than this. Lincoln away to our left there as we're heading pretty much, well, as you can see, in a westerly direction, having departed out of Wickenby. Didn't bother to check if there's any scenery for Wickenby. Right, let's try and ease the plane down a little bit now. There we go. So we are heading directly for Scampton. Get the Sky Dolly recording in a minute, so of course you get that. Found to see Scampton ahead of us there. Let's move across this way a bit. So yeah, we've got about very light winds today, only about 4 knots from the northerly direction. That's why we took off runway 33. Obviously we're just touching some of the clouds, so I want to come down a little bit. So we've got Welton beneath us there, and then Lincoln way into other. So I'll tell you what, I'll get Sky Dolly recording now, then I don't have to worry about that. I can obviously fast forward through the third replay to give you third person views of the locations, as obviously you get a better view than if I just stuck to the cockpit view. Really contrasting weather today. It's an absolute scorcher here in the UK yesterday, hottest day of the year I believe. Yeah, it was really unpleasant. And today is going to be a little bit cooler. I should just add that if you were in the north of the UK yesterday, you wouldn't have had this warm weather. It's quite cool actually. Okay, so let's come down now. We'll do a low, as I say, we'll do a low fly. Let's trim it down so we can get it, not that much. We'll have a low fly past across Scampton. I don't know exactly what they got modelled. If you will actually see any of the red arrows out on the apron as we pass over, would be nice. So we'll probably need to get down quicker. I didn't realise we'd let ourselves get so high. So down we come. As I said, then we'll swing south across Lincoln, football ground, circle around Lincoln a bit, and then head on back to Wickenby. So this incidentally is a sightseeing request from Jam Sandwich, previously requested York. Here's another one of his, so that's why I'm here. Obviously if you want to request your own tours, flights, whatever, leave something in the comments, pop over to the Discord channel. So on, so on. Is that the red arrows I can see parked on the apron up there just behind the hangar? I think it possibly is. So let's swing round and say hello. Here we go. No, I'm probably mistaken. I thought I could see them. I think it's just transpires just to be the hangar roof from the distance. Oh dear. Oh, that's a shame. So yeah, this is RAF Scampton. As I already said, home of the legendary red arrows. You don't seem to be home today. If they are, I don't know where they're parked. Actually, this looks like just the default scenery still, to be honest. I didn't download no. Well, to be honest, that looks very much like the default scenery, so I don't know what's happened there. Strange. Anyway, that is Scampton. So we now continue on into Lincoln, which I can see the cathedral already. Let's just turn towards that then. climb back up to about, we're about 700 feet, let's stay about 800 feet because we want a low pass of the cathedral as well. So we'll have the cathedral on one side, the castle on the other, so maybe we will pass to this side of the cathedral and then we should be able to capture both, at least from a third person view. And then the football ground, I believe, is further south of where the cathedral is. Just navigating with a little nav map. Very useful tool for doing these kind of flights. As you can zoom in and see all the landmarks as well as a moving tracker of where your plane is and everything. It's free as well, little nav map. I thoroughly recommend it. It's right, you can zoom in and get maps and layouts of airports as well, you know, for if you want something to help you find your way around some of the bigger airports when you're taxiing. It's a very useful utility, and of course, as I said already, totally free. It's one of my probably most recommended apps that you can get for any flight simulator. It works with any flight simulator, I believe. X-Plane, P3D, Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course. So yeah, anyway, we're coming into Lincoln now. You can see the cathedral just in front of my propeller there. Can't make out the castle at the moment. Probably have to focus on that. On the castle should be just further, a little bit further to the right, and then further south we should come to the football ground somewhere. Let's just bring ourselves, slow ourselves down, just build up a bit of speed. Slow ourselves right down. Let's try and get that up. Right, so there's the cathedral. That, I believe, is the castle. Can you see that sort of walled thing over? Yeah, there we are. There's the castle. Oh, that's quite nice actually. So we've got the castle and cathedral. We're just passing there, or the castle wall. You can clearly see. There's the cathedral. Try not to crash into it. It's quite low. There we go. Look at that. How's that for a view? I like that. Very nice. Lincoln's lovely, isn't it? And then further to the south is the football ground, which we'll try and find for you now. I did fly over this yesterday, so I do roughly know where it is. Oh, there it is. You can see the stadium now. So this is the home of Lincoln City. LNER Stadium now. It used to be called Central Bank or something, I think. If my memory serves me correct, if you know your football. So yeah, this is home of Lincoln City FC. There we go. Nice stadium there. So what we'll do is we'll loop up back round now, just past the Cathedral and Castle again. We're doing some low-level flying here, folks. So yeah, we'll just head south a bit. Is there any other... just trying to think, is there any other landmarks of note in the city of Lincoln? No idea, to be honest with you. That's the answer to that. So you can see the football ground again. Let's check my speed. The speed is good. Okay. Need to trim it down a bit. So there we are, another pass of the football ground. And then we'll get another pass of the, I've lost the sight of the, oh there it is, cathedral. Nice little water area there as well. Marina and stuff, I don't know where that leads to. So here we are again, castle once more, and the cathedral. And then across the other side, again, I'm not really sure what over there. But anyway, this is Lincoln, folks. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Right, so we'll head ourselves back up to... there's some cricket pictures there. We'll head ourselves back round now and home to our departure airport, which I've totally forgotten the name of. It's a complete mental block. So there we have it, folks. That was Lincoln. that. Right, now I've got to find my way back home. Zoom out a bit, so we'll land on runway 33. Wickenby! There we go. Right, totally the wrong way. Wickenby. So that was Lincoln. We'll head back up to Wickenby now. So yeah, not sure why the Scampton scenery didn't work. That's a shame. I was hoping that it would give us some nice details. But that's where it is anyway. I didn't actually realise. I knew it was in Lincolnshire, Scampton. I didn't realise quite how close to Lincoln it was. So we'll go back and land, and then I'll give you the third-person views from my flyover of Lincoln. Take some nice screenshots for the YouTube video. We're about to overfly another airfield, actually. It's unnamed on the little nav map. Sure it is. If I zoom in a bit, it might tell me. That doesn't. There's a solar farm down here somewhere, apparently. The end of. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Angle off to the side a minute. There it is. Oh, it's just the remnants of an old airfield by the looks of things. There's the solar farm at the end of it. Not sure what airfield that was. It's not marked up on my map, but you can see where the old runway is, or was. And at the end of it is a solar farm. There we go. Nice. Right, so we currently are just about 1,000 feet, so we'll now bring ourselves round, go back and land at Wickenby. So that was a nice little tour, wasn't it? As I say, shame the sun wasn't out. Yesterday when I did this flight, I did it at sunset, and it was, apart from the pink Lincoln, should have been green really, Lincoln green, yeah. But it's pink. Yeah, apart from that, it was really nice. It would have been lovely to have that weather today, but there we go. At least we got to see the sights. So just got to try and pick out. We're about 1,400 feet at the moment. So we're going to trim ourselves down a little bit, keep ourselves straight. Ourselves back up. I do like this hands-on flying, I must admit. You know, you've got to constantly trim and move. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's nice just to stick the autopilot and chill out for a bit. But when you got your real climbing, I don't want to be climbing, real hands-on stick flying like this, it's absolutely fabulous. Apologies for the switches not working. I should have done it first. I would have really started the flight, but never mind. Right, so we are about to keep eyes peeled for the airfield. I want to come down a bit, we're a bit high. Start our descent. Oops. Swing round. Really was hoping to see the airfield by now. Tell you what I need to do quickly is put Sky Dolly back on. Forward. Right, I've got to try and find my airfield now, which is always fun. Here somewhere. Swing ourselves round, see if we can spot it. Well, I'm damned if I can see it. There it is. There we go. Right. We got it. Gotta kill the speed. it up. I think it's here anyway. Yeah. To me, it was a freaking great tree on the end of the runway there. Well, there's like a monster tree in front. Just keep an eye on that speed. Whee! Yeah, what the hell? Ah, no, we've buggered this up, haven't we? God, we're not stopping very quickly, are we? Jesus. Not my finest landing. We ended up in the field off the back of the... I think I kept too much throttle up. Oh, we bounced so far back up, and yeah, we came in too fast evidently again. Ended up in some farmer's field next door. Not ideal, really. I'll tell you what, this plane... Yeah, that was a bad landing on my part. I just wasn't concentrating properly. I'm not happy with that, to be honest. Shows you what a tricky customer this plane is, though. I think I should have killed the throttle right off as soon as I touched down, and I didn't, so it didn't give me the braking action that I needed. We'll have a look at the landing, review it. That was certainly probably one of my worst landings in this. Right, let's go and park over by the control tower here. That should kill the engine in a minute. There we go, brilliant. Right, so what should we look at first? Let's have a look at our flyover of Lincoln first, I think. Here we go. So let's skip to the outside view. There's a power station over there as well. So here we are coming in on Scampton. So yeah, I don't think for some reason the add-on scenery has worked, because this looks like the same it looked like yesterday, to be honest, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, it's all generic. No sign of any red arrows anywhere. A shame. And then we head on towards Lincoln. So let's just fast forward our little tour of it. There we go. So Castle, of course, and Lincoln. Cathedral. Over the centre of Lincoln. Some industrial areas. And then you'll see the football ground of Lincoln City. The last time I flew was for York thing. We landed beautifully and I totally screwed it up this time. So Lincoln City football ground in all its glory. And we'll just fast forward to our other pass. There's that little marina I was talking to you about. It's very nice, isn't it? Must be some sort of, yeah, there's like a canal you can then go along. Cool. And we come back past the castle and Cathedral. There we go. That second pass. So that, folks, is Lincoln. What we'll have a look now is at how we stuffed this landing totally up. So let's stop that. Play that one. So a part of the problem was this tree. Oh yeah, see that big green tree there? That really got in the way. That really distracted me. I mean, it's no excuse, but it just distracted me enough that I wasn't watching my other instruments properly when I should have been. There's that cluster of trees, and then look, so you literally come over the cluster of trees. There we go, down, down, down. Just skimmed the top of them, actually, cleared that nicely. It looks like it's going quite well, you know, we're coming down nicely, power off, and then, oh yeah, I think we just had the nose a little bit up too much, and then of course, it all went horribly wrong after that. So yeah, I should have had the nose more down. We had the nose too up, and then the braking just was, because I had too much power on the engine, and then yeah, it just went horribly wrong after that, really. So yeah, we can see where we went wrong there. You got to get this plane right, and it's, if you're not used to flying tail draggers, which I'm not, it is so instinctive to want to pull back for the flare as you come into land, and you really don't want to do that to any real degree in a tail dragger, otherwise you just go straight back up in the air again like you saw. But never mind. There we go, that finishes our tour of Lincoln. Hope you enjoyed it, and we're off to the Isle of Wight next. That'll be another flight tour request. I don't think there's any too much in the way of downloadable cities. There are a few landmarks we can visit, but we'll just have a little fly around the island and see what there is and what it looks like. So we'll catch you for that one. Farewell for now.